We're pleased to welcome Luke Weiss and Melissa Ranatour. They're the winners of the Yogi, Berra Museum and Learning Center Best Teammate Award, and they're doing this in cooperation with our friends at Investors Bank. Kevin Cummings told us about this program and over at Investors. He said it was a great program where the best teammates are recognized. You, in fact, your sport is football, okay? And you played basketball as well?
Yes, and baseball.
And baseball, oh, excuse me. You got to get them all in, right? Three-sport man. And for you, Melissa, it was volleyball and softball.
Yes.
And you were picked because they honored 37 athletes. And you're considered great teammates. Now I'm going to ask you, what do you think the characteristics of a great teammate really are? We could say so-and-so's a great player, but that's not what this was. This is a great teammate. Go.
The characteristics of having a great teammate is just being there for your team, you know, being sincere, honest, and having the ability to have your team trust you. With anything, they could come to you and they could talk to you, you know, with anything. And being the best teammate award is just being there for your team, in my opinion.
So I'll give you an example. I often think about this because our boys are, as we do this show 9 and 11, one kid strikes out in a tough situation. They play travel baseball. Our big boy plays travel baseball. I've seen a kid strike out, look, right? In a tough situation. I see some of the other kids get down on him. I'm like, are you kidding me? That kid didn't want to strike out. That kid feels terrible. What's a good teammate supposed to do right now? He's
supposed to pick him up, go tell him, you know, just one at bat, forget about it, and there's the rest of the game out of him.
Where'd you learn how to do that?
I learned it from captains ahead of me and probably my dad the most. He was always about my dad.
Yeah. How did he teach that?
He was just always a positive person in my life, and was just, you know, if something happens, you know, you could forget about it if it's good or bad, and, you know, just look to do better at the next thing you do. And so if you relate that to other people too, it probably will work. So
these things happen on the field, right?
Yes.
And people think it's only about sports. It's not. It's about life, isn't it?
It's like a game. Life is a game, and you're playing to win.
You're playing to win,
yeah.
But then something happens and you don't, and people are feeling terrible, right? And a good teammate knows how to make someone. Listen, that doesn't mean that you say, listen, it doesn't matter that you didn't do your best, because it does matter, right?
It does matter.
How do you get the most out of your teammates?
You get the most by talking to them, you know, and saying, it's okay. Sometimes in life you fall, but then that's when you get back up and you get on your grind and do what you're supposed to do.
Some teammate says, I'm tired, I can't do it, you say.
If you're tired, then drink some coffee and wake up. You know? But when someone comes to you and they're really down, it's like in your best interest to pick them up and tell them, you know, life is a bunch of lemonade, and in order to make...
You got these lemons all around you, right? What do you got to make?
You got to make lemonade. Like, come on now. You're thirsty, drink some lemonade. You got lemons, make lemons.
Someone says, come on, look at all these bad breaks we got. Look at all... Got a referee who's giving us umpire giving us a hard time. Referee giving us a hard time. Good teammate does.
Tell them to keep fighting, no matter what. You know, bad things are going to happen. You could look at that and say, okay, I'm quitting now. Nothing's going my way. Or you could tell them to keep fighting.
Quitting an option?
No, it's not.
Why not? Talk about it.
Because if you quit in something let's say you've barely worked for something and you still quit. Well, that little work you've put in is still gone to waste. So if you're doing something as a teammate, you get all the guys around you.
Or young ladies, go ahead.
Or young ladies, do it 100% and tell them don't quit, and you'll have something really special.
Say you never play competitive sports again on the collegiate level or any level. But as a student of leadership, I'm curious about this. Like, what makes a leader? Like, I have to lead this organization, I make mistakes every day, screw up all the time, trying to learn from them. Don't always, right? But I often think that who we are as leaders comes from a lot of things that happened to us growing up.
Yes.
In sports, in our families, in the neighborhood, all kinds of stuff. I'm not going to get overly philosophical, but how much of the leader you think you're going to be is a product of what's happened to you right now?
I think everything that's happened to me in high school and before is why I'm a leader today. You know, if I haven't seen the people in front of me, the captains in front of me do what they do, some fail to be a leader and some, you know, succeed at a very high level, I wouldn't be...
Why do you say that? Why do you say that? I mean, you've seen people fail to be a leader.
Some people don't, you know, being a leader is almost helping the young kids on the teams and teaching them as well.
Someone says, hey, wait, my job is to be the best I can be. Have the best statistics, score as much as I can. It's that other kid problem. That's his problem, what he does. You say?
No, it's everyone's problem if he's not doing what he needs to do too.
Is it?
It is.
Is that what a great leader does? Picks up everybody else?
Sometimes you have to let them pick up themselves in order to learn from what they have, the mistake that they have made.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's interesting, both of you strong leaders have a different view. So you're saying a good leader sometimes has to let some folks fall down.
Yes.
And you say, don't let them fail.
Yeah. Well, when you see them failing, you pick them up.
You see it happening.
Yes, it's happened.
You say it's not an option. I'm not going to let you fail.
Yes.
That's interesting. It's also proving that leadership is not a science. It's an art. There's no one way to do it.
Yeah.
Before I let you out of here, what kind of reaction have you gotten from the people around you when you won this award? What'd you get?
I got a lot of really good reactions, but, you know, sometimes other people feel as if, you know, they deserve some awards, you know.
Oh, jealousy?
Not jealousy, but, you know, some people do work hard. A lot of kids in Orange High School, they work hard for what, you know, they want. And, you know, sometimes it comes down to a decision where it's yes or no, and if it's this person or that person. So, you know, I feel really honored to be a part of this whole Best Player, you know, award, because it makes me feel honored.
It's a great thing.
Yeah.
What kind of reaction did you get at home?
At home, I had a great reaction because my parents understood what this award meant, and it wasn't how I played. It was how, you know, I was a friend and teammate to all the people I played with.
What'd you get from your teammates?
Actually, I mean, some teammates I was with, you know, everyone congratulated me on it, but others are like, oh, it's not the MVP award teammate, it's just your best teammate. So, you know, some were negative in ways, but a lot were positive.
Yeah.
One thing, you don't need a speech from me, but I'll tell you what, one thing about being a leader, Colin Powell, you know who that is, right?
Yes.
He said one time, sometimes being a leader means you're not going to be popular. Meaning you're going to do the right thing and other people are going to decide for themselves about you.
Mm-hmm.
But both of you are going to be strong leaders. I know it, I can feel it. And that's why you won the Best Teammate Award. Of 37 other people who won it with the Yogi Berra Museum and Learning Center, Best Teammate Award with our friends at Investors Bank. Luke and Melissa, congratulations, all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Normally we're one-on-one. In this case, we're going one-on-two for a good reason. Stay with us. We'll be right back right after this. That's great. Congratulations.
Thank
Thank you.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, Investors Bank, Choose New Jersey, NJIT, Health Republic Insurance of New Jersey, the New Jersey Education Association, PSE&G, committed to improving New Jersey's economy and strengthening its communities. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been produced in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System.